This is the plot on the 4th of March 2011. Much as the same here. I've painted some more scaffolding planks to act as raised beds. The potatoes from last year are still here. Some of them are frozen, but most of them have kept the same. That's the compost bin, but it's about a quarter full. I've emptied the pond. Hope to fill it with soil after I've taken the 5th layer of polythene. I've put 14 of the 17 fruit bushes in raised beds. We've had a very wet winter. I'm going to put the remaining 3 in there as soon as I've changed the pond. As you can see, it's still muddy, but it is drying out quite a bit. There's 8 blackcurrant bushes and 5 gooseberries. One I haven't yet planted. The gooseberries are Invicta, Captivator, and a 3rd Captivator over there. These are some bluebells that are just finished. I'll have to divide the bulbs in the next week or 2. The chives that I had last year are looking very good, but they're riddled with couch grass. That's some brambles I'll have to get up. The parsnips from last year that are sprouting again. I've made one raised bed here. This here is the muddy pit that I made earlier, but I've made one raised bed and filled it with strawberries. And right in the corner there I've got a shamrock and some wild strawberry plants that I got from my daughter's house in London. The white here is some potash that I put round it. I plan to put the raspberries in raised beds because the water table over winter has been about 3 inches deep, solid water, and I don't think the raspberries like it that much. So what I plan to do is surround it with scaffold planks and put about 4 inches of soil in this year and hope it takes root with 4 inches of soil next year. These are the remains of the strawberry patch. I've dug most of the strawberries up, but I'll want to dig the rest up and I'll make a small raised bed here. I'll move these red currants and white currants over to the raised bed at the far corner of the plot. I've made I had such a fantastic year last year with bright raspberries, a late raspberry, but it fruited from July right through to November. I've bought some more bright raspberries and put them in a raised bed here. I've made a cold frame, substantial cold frame there, moved the water butts over to here. I've made a nice pond there, which I hope the frogs... I moved about 12-15 frogs over last week. I hope it's not too early. I'm expecting... you usually get frogs spawn in March sometime, so I think they're coming out of hibernation. This is the rhubarb patch. I've got 16 rhubarb, 17, 18 rhubarb, in here. I put the well-rotted manure in this half of the rhubarb patch, and they're really loving it. And I've put in the remaining rhubarb here, surrounded in potash, and hope they'll like the soil that I brought over. They probably won't like it as much as the manure that I made last year. And that's the plot. I've started to move the equipment over to this corner here, because I'm going to hopefully chop down that tree in the next few weeks, once I've got the permission from the allotment committee. Those are the remains of the cabbages from last year. They got thoroughly frozen, but and they came up smiling, but we don't really like that variety of winter cabbage for some reason. And that's the plot. It's coming on. The big thing is to get the raised beds in. I've got one raised beds in here, and I need to get 7 more raised beds. Each of these 4 foot wide, 16 foot long raised beds take about just under 2 tons of soil, and they cost about £70, £60 each to construct. I think the boards will last 5, 6, 7 years. And that's the plot on the start of March 2011. It's coming on. But we've had a very wet winter, incredibly wet. You can see the mud and everything there. It's just been a slimy, slippery winter. Bye.